Hello and welcome back to Sorta Strategy and an episode of Deck Discovery. Brand new archetype announced, the Senka team. I'm going to be going over it today. I had a quick look, so first things I noticed is the 3 waters and 3 winds. The 3 waters are all level 4 and then the winds have a 1 level 4 and 2 level 7s, which is kind of weird. I thought it'd be more balanced, but whatever, we'll see. I haven't read any of them yet, so it's... I have no idea what's going to go on here, so yeah. If you hear any screaming, my neighbors are being fucking stupid and they're screaming at each other. And this is a normal thing. I'm getting really pissed about it. But yeah, anyway, we'll dive straight in. First guy. Level 4 Water Beast Warrior. Nice. 1800, 1500. His name is the Intermediary Senka. Sun Mu. You can use the second and third effects of this guy once per turn. Effect 1. Your opponent cannot target this card for an attack while you control another Senka monster. You can send one card you control to the graveyard. Add a Senka monster from your deck to your hand except Sun Mu. Right, so the first thing I want to check before I go any further, I think the spells are all continuous. They are. Okay, that's interesting. So you can send a Senka... Send one card you control, not a Senka card. Well, that's interesting. That'll be good with Tenki then, because he's a Beast Warrior. Very good already. To search a Senka monster. Really, really strong. Except for himself. If your other Senka monster's effect is activated, you can target a monster your opponent controls, return it to the hand. Is that a quick effect? I don't know. I don't know. I guess it might be. I don't know. Next guy. Senka Adonis, Zhu Gong. 1600, level 4 Water, Beast Warrior. You can only use each effect of this guy once per turn, so effect 1. You can target a continuous spell or trap you control, send that card to the graveyard, and if you do, add one Senka spell or trap from your deck to your hand. These guys are reminding me a bit of True Draco already. Floodgates will be strong, continuous spells and traps. Oof. So send a continuous spell or trap you control to the graveyard, search a spell or trap. Senka spell or trap from your deck to your hand. Also very strong. Second effect. If your other Senka monster effect is activated, you can target monster your opponent controls and negate its effect. So the end for the rest of the turn. These are all once per turn effects. There's no quick effects yet, so we'll see. Next guy. Senka Tactician, Lu Jing. Level 4 Water Beast Warrior, 700, 2000. You can only use each effect of this card's name once per turn. You can target one continuous spell or trap you control, send it to the graveyard, and if you do, add a Senka spell and trap with a different name from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. So one searches monsters, one searches spells and traps, and one adds spells and traps back from the grave. And then his other effect is if your other Senka monster's effect is activated, you can target one spell or trap your opponent controls destroyed. Okay. This one pops, this one negates effects, and this one bounces, I'm pretty sure. Target monster, return it to the hand, yeah. Okay, that's interesting. These seem pretty good, honestly. I like these. The art is pretty cool, too. It's kind of a nice change. More anime people, but at least, I don't know, I guess they're warriors this time, so it's not as bad as, like, Trickstars and shit like that. Senka Noble, Liu Xuan, I don't know. Level 4 Wind Beast Warrior Effect Monster, 1400, 1200. You can only use the second and third effects of this card's name each once per turn. There's 3 effects, so this is more like the first guy. Your opponent cannot target this card for an attack while you control another Senka monster. That's the same as the other one. Right, so if this guy and the water guy are on the field, or 2 copies of this guy, then it's a soft, like, battle lock, I guess. If you control fewer monsters than your opponent, you can send one card you control or in your hand to the graveyard to special summon a Senka from your deck, except for this. Wow, so this is how you summon the level 7s, I assume. That's quite interesting. You technically have 6 copies of this because it's Tenki, and then you could run one of this guy and one of the other guys, depending on how good these are. I haven't read them yet, so yeah, it's pretty cool. If you control fewer monsters than your opponent, you can send one, special summon one except for this guy. If an attack is declared for battle involving a Senka monster you control, you can draw 1 card. Wow. So if you summon one from the deck and then attack with it, you draw. It doesn't have to be your opponent attacking. That is really, really good. These guys seem like they have a lot of potential. Sorry, my voice is kind of going, my throat is kind of sore. Alright, so next guy. Senka Justice, Guan Yun. Level 7 Wind Beast Warrior effect. 2500, 1800. You can only use the third effect of this guy once per turn. So effect 1, if your opponent controls a monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Wow. Okay, so even if you draw him, he's not a total brick. Other Senka monsters you control cannot be targeted by your opponent's effects. I'm really liking these guys so far. These guys actually seem really, really good. Like, I'm not sure, but they seem good. Not any quick effects as of yet, is there? Well, this one is. An attack is declared. That's sending, that is sending one as well from hand or field. This is when battle is declared. So I guess this battle effect could trigger the other things. Anyway, can be targeted. If your opponent controls more monsters than you do, you can target one monster your opponent controls, destroy it. Okay. Not too bad. A bit of a comeback mechanic, not too bad at all. Alright, next guy. Senka Champion. Zhang Di. Day. I don't know. Level 7 Wind Beast Warrior effect. 2700, 900. You can only use the first and third effect of this guy once per turn. So, if you control 2 or more Senka monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. Nice, so this guy, summon, say, for example, this guy. That's 2, and then if he's in your hand, you can summon him. So, again, D-Bricks, he summons himself, which is nice. If this card gains 300 attack for each monster your opponent controls during its controller's turn only. So on your turn he boosts, which is pretty solid actually, because it means that you should probably be able to get over nearly any annoying monster attack wise, which is just always nice to have in a deck, you mean? And then if your opponent controls more monsters than you can activate this effect. During this turn, this card can attack monsters your opponent controls twice during each battle phase. Wow. Okay. He doesn't have like the most broken of effects, but he'd be maybe a good one of that can just be summoned from this guy and then just like do some OP shit. That's pretty good. You could like normal summon this guy. Ooh. Summon Link off. I don't know. It's pretty good actually. I like this a lot. Okay, so attack each thing twice. One of these has to give piercing damage or something. Then again, I don't know. During your standby phase, after the... Okay, sorry, I'll read this. So the first of 2 continuous spells, Senka Legend. The 3 pay a visit. So these are the wind ones. It doesn't seem like the water ones are... I don't know. The water ones are like servants of the wind ones, is that it? Seems like these guys have a lot of blue and green on them. This guy's basically just blue, and then this guy's got some, you know, water-looking things. But these guys kind of... Maybe I'm wrong. This guy's green on stuff. A lot of red. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. It's weird that the big monsters are all wind. I don't know. Anyway, so during your second standby phase, after activation, send this to the graveyard. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. It's called... Yeah, it's 3 pay visit. During first effect during your main phase, if you normal or special summon a Senka monster, you can target one of them. Add a Senka monster from your deck to your hand with a different name than that target. That is strong. That is very strong. If this card is sent from the spell and trap card zone to the graveyard, special summon a Senka monster from your hand. Okay, I can see where this is going already. So, obviously the other guy's effects say if sending one from the field or hand. Oh no, this one is only if it's sent from the spell and trap card zone. Anyway, if it's sent from the field to the graveyard, getting bonuses, also triggering the other guy's effects who are sending it from the field to the graveyard. Pretty cool. Next one, Senka Legend, the Sun Liu Alliance. Okay, so there are 2 factions and they must join together or some shit like that. Continuous spell card. You can only use each of the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn. If you control 2 or more Senka monsters with different attributes, you can declare one attribute. The effects of all monsters your opponent controls of the declared attribute cannot be activated until the end of the turn. Okay. Your opponent controls. Right, so if your opponent's playing, say, I don't know, Marincess or whatever, and you have waters on the field, it's only waters that your opponent controls to be negated, so that's pretty good. It's kind of weird, but it's good, I guess. You want to have less monsters than your opponent, but you don't want... It kind of encourages you to have 2. Second effect then. If your opponent special summons a monster, or if you activate Senka monster's effect, all Senka monsters you control gain 300 for each Senka monster you control until the end phase. So this helps you OTK then. So this one kind of encourages you to have more than just a couple monsters, so it's kind of weird. Yeah, still, interesting enough. Next one. Senka Legend. Champions Bravery at Changban Bridge. Continuous Trap. You can only use the second and third effects of this card's name per turn and only once that turn. So, 1. Your Senka monster battles, your opponent cannot activate spell or traps until the end of the damage step. That's pretty good, seeing as one of the monsters says they can't be targeted as well, so it's not the worst, I think. Sorry, my throat is really annoying. At the start of your opponent's battle phase, if this card is face up in your spell and trap card zone and send it to the graveyard, you can send it to the graveyard. For the rest of the turn, your opponent cannot target Senka monsters for attacks. Okay. When your opponent monster declares an attack, you can banish this card from the graveyard, special on the Senka from your deck. Not bad. So this is 2 effects. Okay, so all in all, I think they're all pretty good. The ones that say trigger when Senka's effect is activated. If another monster's effect is activated. Right, so the trap won't help these guys go off, which is kind of weird. I don't know, I think it's good. I feel like they've actually got quite a lot of potential. They look pretty cool. I like the Chinese Pre-Kingdom theme as well. And yeah, I actually think they're pretty cool. This guy is probably my favorite one. Yeah, I'm liking these a lot. He's alright as well. He's grand. He's kind of like this, you know, Six Samurai style. He's kind of cool. Yeah, these are cool. I like these. Anyway, they seem pretty good. I can see these being annoying. More continuous trap-based stuff. A bit more like probably True Draco. I can see that they're obviously probably going to be a more like Floodgate focused deck, but I don't know. They're interesting. I think these are cool. I don't know how good they'll be, but I think they seem pretty solid. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts. Let me know what you think. What you think if they're going to be, you know, good or not, based on what you heard here. And yeah, guess that's it. So drop a like if you liked, subscribe if you want to see more, and thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.